Hello and welcome back to Deb's True Crime Notebook. We have some information in the Richard Allen case for you today. We're going to introduce you to Richard Allen's new appellate attorneys. There are two of them, as we discussed there would be earlier. Stacy Uliani is the first one, and Mark Lehman is the second one. I'm not sure what order they will work. If one is going to be more dominant in the case than the other, we'll let you know as soon as we find that out. So let's get right into the introductions. State of Indiana, County of Carroll, Plaintiff, Richard M. Allen, Defendant. Certificate of Service. I hereby certify that I have this 8th day of January 2025 served upon Nicholas McClellan, prosecuting attorney, Andrew Baldwin, and Bradley Rosie, defense attorneys, a copy of the above and foregoing acceptance of appointment and formal notice of appointment of outside counsel by electronic service through the Indiana e-filing system, filed electronically in Carroll Circuit Court in the above captioned cause of action. Respectfully submitted, Amy E. Carozas. Remember, she's the state public defender. And we have the acceptance of appointment and formal notice of appointment of outside counsel. Amy E. Carozas, Public Defender of Indiana, and acknowledges receipt of certification that the above captioned court has been unable to provide local counsel to represent the indigent defendant in the above captioned cause for the purpose of perfecting a direct appeal and pursuant to the Acts of 1971, Public Law 438 IC 1971, 33-40-2-1, accepts appointment to represent Richard M. Allen. I hereby appoint Stacy R. Uliani, Post Office Box 7445 North Baldwin Street, Bargersville, Indiana 46106, telephone 1765-422-1686, attorney number 20413-32, and Mark Lehman, 412 Broadway, Logansport, Indiana 46947, telephone 574-722-3881, attorney number 29109-09, attorneys competent in the practice of criminal law, subject to the concurring appointment of record by the Honorable Francis C. Gold, Special Judge. Pursuant to IC 33-40-2-1, the minimum fee for service of an attorney appointment by the state public defender and judge under a request made to the state public defender may not be less than the state public defender's schedule of minimum attorney fees approved by the Indiana Supreme Court. And it's signed, respectfully submitted, Amy E. Carozas, Public Defender of Indiana. So let's meet the attorneys that are going to represent Richard Allen in his preparing for an appeal. First, we have Stacy Uliani. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's a Brownsburg, Indiana native. Stacy's been practicing criminal law since 1997 when she graduated summa cum laude from Indiana University School of Law, Indianapolis, and was a member of Indiana Law Review. Stacy also graduated with high distinction from Indiana University Bloomington with a BA in chemistry in 1994. Stacy began her career in criminal defense at Indiana Public Defender Council, a state agency dedicated to improving the quality of representation provided at public expense. See the website if you'd like more information. At the Public Defender Council, Stacy studied criminal law and procedure and helped attorneys around the state prepare their cases. Stacy also co-authored many practice manuals on various aspects of criminal defense law. For example, Stacy co-authored the Indiana Evidence Manual, Indiana Sentencing Manual, Indiana Motions Manual, Search and Seizure Pamphlet, and Confessions Pamphlet. As a staff attorney and training director for the Public Defender Council, Stacy was able to build a deep knowledge of Indiana law, which provides the foundation of her representation of clients even today. In 2001, Stacy joined the firm of Leal and McNeil in Bloomington, Indiana. A few years later, in 2005, Stacy started her own law firm, concentrating solely on criminal defense law. Through her private practice, she has represented those charged with all types of crimes, from operating a vehicle while intoxicated to murder. And Stacy's office is located in the quiet small town of Bargersville, just south of Greenwood, off State Road 135. Over the years, Stacy has honed her trial skills. She's a graduate of the National Criminal Defense College Trial Practice Institute. She's an adjunct professor at the McKinney School of Law, teaching trial skills to law students. Stacy has also successfully argued many cases in front of Indiana Court of Appeals and Indiana Supreme Court. Stacy continues to provide assistance and training to other defense attorneys around the state of Indiana. She frequently lectures at continuing legal education seminars around the state on topics ranging from challenging junk science in the courtroom to Indiana case law. Stacy has appeared on multiple national programs. Outside of the law, in her life outside of the law, Stacy enjoys her family and friends and loves to travel. Stacy has 3 sons. She also has run marathons across the country. In 1993, Stacy was Rookie of the Year in the Little 500 bike race at Indiana University. Now let's meet Richard Allen's other attorney, Mark Lehman. Armed with a Bachelor of Science in General Honors from Indiana University Kelley School of Business, Mark further honed his legal prowess at the Maurer School of Law at Indiana University, Bloomington. His clerkship experiences with multiple courts, including the United States District Courts, have solidified his multifaceted understanding of the legal landscape. Mark Lehman stands as one of Indiana's most seasoned appellate litigators, boasting a rich portfolio of nearly 200 appeals. He's a trusted legal authority, regularly advocating for clients before the Indiana Court of Appeals, Indiana Supreme Court, and the United States Court of Appeals for the 7th Circuit. Mark's influence extends beyond his extensive appellate work, having argued numerous cases of statewide importance before the Indiana Supreme Court. His commitment to tackling challenging cases is evident, especially from clients with limited resources, reflecting his dedication to justice for all. With a firm belief in accessibility, Mark collaborates closely with clients, tailoring budget-friendly solutions for intricate appellate matters. He prides himself on providing high-quality representation while working within the financial means of the clients. Mark's legal journey took him from clerking at the Indiana Court of Appeals to a prestigious clerkship with Judge Robert G. James in the United States District Court for the Western District of Louisiana. His diverse experiences in administrative law and national litigation showcases comprehensive legal acumen. As a side note, the definition to acumen is the ability to make good judgments and quick decisions. So there you have it. The 2 new attorneys who are assigned the position of appeal attorneys for Richard Allen's case. Now, what they'll be doing is they will be perfecting or putting together an appeal to present to see if Richard Allen indeed does deserve an appeal. And then if he is granted that appeal, there will be a trial, an appellate trial. And if he wins that, he will win a new trial for the murder case. So we will let you know what's going on as things progress forward. Wanted to let you know this. Once again, the 2 new attorneys are Stacy R. Uliani, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, and Mark Lehman. Stacy's from Bargersville. Mark Lehman is from Logansport. And those 2 are as far apart, distance-wise, as Rosie and Baldwin were. So we'll see how that works out for everyone. We'll see you next time on Deb's True Crime Notebook. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications. Leave us a message. What do you think about these 2 new attorneys? Do you know anything about them? Have you heard of them before? Look them up. As we find out more information on their records, etc., of how they do in court, we'll let you know. Share this with a friend and in your groups, and we'll see you next time on Deb's True Crime Notebook.